Want to have a different learning experience? Join us at VSpace! Meet our team.
Hi, my name is Yihui, and I'm the CEO of VSpace.
Hi, I'm Samir, and I'm the Chief Finance Officer. As you can see, I carry a lot of papers, and I'm also in charge of VSpace's finances.
Hi, I'm Timothy, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of VSpace.
Hello, I'm Kimberly, and I'm the Chief Experience Officer of VSpace. Firstly, let's talk about our problem statement. Our problem statement is how might we improve the learning and development of seafarers in Singapore's maritime industry. Moving on, let's talk about our empathy stage. In the empathy stage, we get to interview very cool people such as Mr. Quack from L&D in the maritime industry and my cousin who is an officer in the Republic of Singapore's Navy. We get to know about the problems they are facing. After the interview, we came together as a team and we talk about the pain points they are facing. So the conclusion we got from the empathy stage is that they are facing long-haul trips that can take a few weeks up to a few months. There are mental health problems, they are isolated from the mainland, outdated courses, high fees for the courses, injuries caused by inadequate trainings, short circuits and the cause of failures due to the lack of training, and the enclosed space of accidents. So these are the pain points. They are prone to accident, high risk, limitation of physical training facilities, outdated learning system, traditional training that is a one-size-fits-all, not tailored to any individual, and there is no refresher course at all. Now let's talk about the ideation stage. In the ideation stage, we are able to come up with possible solutions to help the pain points of the seafarers that we derive in the empathy stage. Some of the possible solutions is autopilot, such as robot control ships, online Zoom or Microsoft Teams classes, gamifications to make learning more engaging, simulators, physical classes on ship which includes onboarding instructors, learning videos, virtual reality, augmented reality, and family on board to help with their mental health. Now let's talk about our prototype stage. In the prototyping stage, we came up with models to support our ideas in our ideation stage. Firstly, we want our learning experience to be more realistic, so we want it to be done in an engine room to simulate the environment or the working environment of our seafarers. Next, we want our seafarers to learn through a gamification way, so we added tasks all over the engine room, which can be known by the exclamation marks indicated. Since this is a gamified learning experience, we have put in notifications so that players or seafarers will be notified whether they have completed the task correctly or incorrectly so that they can correct themselves and learn from their mistakes. In addition to the notification, we also add in color highlights such as light blue that indicate the default highlight, pink highlights current task to be done, green highlights when the players is touching the interactable. These also guide our seafarers to let them know if they have done their task or what's to be done next. Now let's move on to the testing stage. In the testing stage, we also shown our interviewees, our prototype, and these are the feedback we garner from them. We actually received very good feedback regarding our prototype. They find it interactive and engaging, and it simulates real-life situations on the ships, help them to reduce constraint on resources, and is suitable for recertification or refresher courses. However, they feel like there can be room for improvement such as the graphic and the simulation to be more in-depth, more course content, story-based or decision-based to make it more gamified. Not only that, they feel like different modes and different level of difficulty can help test the knowledge of our seafarers. Lastly, let's move on to iteration stage. Now let's take a look at our CEO Yihui putting on the VR headset and trying out the learning experience.
Now we'll move on to the MVP testing stage. For MVP testing, we posted the advertisement on Facebook for 3 days with Boost. And we managed to reach 219 people. And 3 of the people that we've reached have actually clicked on the prototype link to learn more about it. This shows that people are interested in this innovation. Here is the product overview of VSpace prototype system. Next, we have the VSpace prototype showcase. Here's the USP. So, the VR system showcases a realistic replication of the training environment. This resulted in an immersive experience for the trainees, allowing them to learn more at an immersed environment. What's more, the VR system allows for mobile learning. Because it's a VR headset, as long as you find a place with internet connection and a 2x2 meter space, you are able to use this for learning. This maximizes the working efficiency as seafarers can have their training on board their ship itself. What's more, the system also provides bite-sized learning, as contents are broken down into different segments span across a learning journey. This will improve memory of the seafarers. Furthermore, it is also cost-efficient. Traditional academies will have to purchase the full set of equipment in order to train their seafarers. However, for VR headsets, they only need the 3D model and basic information of how the system works in order to implement it in the virtual space. This drastically reduces the cost of purchasing the physical materials. Last but not least, the VR headset also offers refresher courses, which will then retain the memory of the seafarers. So here is a short video. As you can see, there's taskbars, and what's more, in this scene, we have a replication of a hazardous event. And in this case, the user was quick to take out a fire extinguisher to extinguish the hazard. This was an idea implemented after feedback from our empathy interview and our testing stage. If you want to learn more, please click on the link below. Moving on, let's talk about the revenue stream. In terms of revenue stream, the company plans to use a monthly subscription of $15 per month for each seafarer that's subscribed. And in order to kickstart the business, we plan to introduce bulk subscription, whereby we'll negotiate with clients to incorporate more than 500 seafarers at one session in order to increase the volume that we have. And to incentivize them, we'll offer a 33% discount, which knocks the price down to $10 per month for each seafarer. However, one more condition is that each seafarer must subscribe for at least 3 months within that year. This will help kickstart the business at the very start.
Moving on to market needs and market opportunities. Moving on to market needs. In 2021, there was a total generated revenue of USD $21.83 billion for VR. The VR market is also expected to grow by 15%, which is compounded yearly from 2022 to 2030, as seen from the graph below. Moving on to the market opportunities. In the US, there are actually VR vendors such as Shriver, SweetRush, and Merchant. In China, similar companies include Scenario VR. As such, it can be seen that most of the VR vendors are actually present overseas, which leaves Singapore as an open market for VSpace. Some of the market channels that VSpace will be using is email marketing, as it is one of the most common forms of marketing channels. It promotes brand recognition, and companies are actually able to personalize different messages for intended clients and companies. In 2021, there are actually 4.1 billion users of email. Moreover, 40% of B2B companies actually stated that it's actually very important that email marketing is included in their marketing strategies. So for every $1 that is spent, companies are actually able to profit by $44 on average. Search engine marketing, on the other hand, increases brand awareness and also targets intended audience by gaining immediate attention. So according to research, 35% of product searches actually begins on Google. For event and webinar marketing. Event marketing actually provides direct interaction between the maritime companies and VSpace. and also promotes VSpace services to them. So according to research, 95% of marketing experts actually stated that in-person events are actually very crucial in achieving primary business goals. 85% of executives also agree that in-person events contributed massively in the success of their businesses. So one example of event would be roadshows. Webinar marketing, on the other hand, actually educates clients on VSpace services, and it's also more cost-efficient method, as it is able to be done through the Zoom. Branded Solopreneur stated that 2.5% of attendees actually purchased from companies after attending webinars, which is actually very useful for VSpace. So in all, these 4 different marketing channels are actually able to target different forms of marketing that is able to promote VSpace to different maritime companies in the industry. With that, I've come to the end of the marketing channels.
Now, let's look into operations. Let's start off with the operation flow. It starts at the hiring of employees and the usage of these employees towards the development of the virtual reality system. Then, we will test the system with the public and make amendments according to their feedback before the rolling out with the finalized system coupled with marketing. Moving on to timeline. Firstly, we have the hiring of employees through My Careers Future SG, which will take about a month, as high quality fresh graduates are required, as the development of a VR learning and development system is complex, which also explains the rationale behind 24 weeks being necessary to develop a few modules. After the development of the VR L&D system, the testing stage begins, which will last for a month before the commencement of amendments according to the feedback received from the testing stages. VSpace would then apply for the Startup SG Founder Grant in order to receive a 25k grant after injecting 10k and another 25k grant after injecting another 20k in capital respectively into the business. Then, marketing and SEM will be implemented to increase the brand awareness. The throughputs consist of time, government grant, 3 VR headsets to identify the most compatible headset during testing, a reliable internet connection in order to learn and play among shipmates while on their vessel commute, and accredited training organization, also known as ATO licensing in year 2. Now, we're going to be talking about a financial plan. The initial setup cost amounts to a total of $57,859, with the accelerator system, also known as LMS system, service costing about $50,000, the professional business website costing $5,000, and the VR headsets for testing costing about $3,000. These are the salaries of employees. The salary is slightly lower than the median salary for their respective roles, as we are looking to hire fresh graduates, and the 4 co-founders will earn $1 per month till the business breaks even. Lastly, the marketing efforts amounts to a total of $14,700. This then brings me to $362,607 of capital being required in financial year 1 after the 50k grant has been utilized on salaries.